I feel like people in the UK, in the media in the UK, groan a lot about Harry and Meghan, but you have to be honest in saying that they provide the media with a lot of good content that the media just isn't getting from William and Kate and other members of the royal family. It's hard to make cancer glamorous. It's hard to make illness glamorous. It's hard to make a pity party and, all that goes with that glamorous. And in the end, people like train wrecks, but they also like glamour. They need their requisite dose of glamour as well. And I think that, say what you want about Harry and Meghan, they provide that in spades. It's not even just the glamour factor, it's really just the whole thing. Harry and Meghan are just constant content, good content, interesting content, content you can just sink your teeth into. They're always doing something interesting. As much as the UK media tries to turn everything they do into mud, the rest of the world sees through that, and increasingly so, that it's just a clown show in the UK media. It's really just a clown show comprised of reptilian clowns who are just spewing their sputastic drivel, you know, just to spew it, just to write something, because they're not talking about these two people, obviously. These two people, Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, are just, oh, it's the content that they provide that's so interesting. I mean, even when, the Princess of Wales is in good health and she's not sick, her and William are not providing this kind of content. They don't look like this. It just, they go out together, they do their best they can, they put on their boots, they go play some games with people, and whatever they do, they go to a hospital, whatever it is they do, and God bless them, but they don't look interesting doing it, right? And so it's not, you know, it's not social media friendly in the same way that Harry and Meghan are. It gives bloggers something to talk about. First of all, Meghan's wardrobe alone is a whole thing, because say what you want, fashion is important to the world. I mean, it's a multi-trillion dollar global industry. People care about fashion, they care about clothes. What Megan does with fashion is amazing. She makes it's like poetry on one hand. On the other hand, it's like philosophy, right? And another hand, it's economics. And on another hand, it's like, you know, I don't know. It's unbelievable. All these different designers that it's like an education, right? It's like, it's like a university course, right? In fashion, but all the elements of it from many different angles, but you just learn so much. It's a learning experience. You can't say that about Kate's wardrobe, honestly. I mean, and Kate is a pretty girl. She's beautiful, she's tall, she's skinny. I like her figure, but she doesn't treat fashion in the same way, right? Megan is a case study, because the way she uses fashion, it's very thought provoking, right? And it's very educational. She sends you scrambling to Google to find out who, what, where, when. Like, you've never even heard of some of these amazing designers that she's now just bringing to the public consciousness, and then when you find out, oh, it's been there before, other people are wearing it, but it doesn't have the same impact. You don't pay attention. When she puts it on, it's a whole, it's so rich in content possibilities. There's so many blog posts you can write, so many videos you can make, and TikToks and Facebook posts, and news bites, and then the British press gets to take it and twist it to its opposite, its juxtaposition, which is also something to behold, because then that creates even more content, because then we have to analyze this counterintuitive juxtapositional insanity that they twisted this into. Like, what are they drinking over there that's causing them to have this kind of mental cancer, that's all they can see and come up with when they look at the poetry that Megan has just given to us. Tu comprends qu'est-ce que ça veut dire? Tu comprends qu'est-ce que ça veut dire? So for me, it's like it's the content richness of a Meghan and Harry pairing. The pairing of Meghan and Harry is content rich. And to the day that they continue to stay together, they will always be content rich. That's really it. And nobody else in the royal family has that. Nobody cares about the content about that they produce. It's not interesting. This is a content rich couple. Let's face it, everyone. Let's face it.